Hello, dear friends. Myself, Dr. Surekha Jaiswal, Head Department of Physics, Moreshwar Arts, Science and Commerce College, Bokardal, District Jalna. Today we will see General Electronics, course code number PHY 205, paper number 11, semester 4. Today's contents are metal oxide semiconductor FET, MOSFET, types of MOSFETs, symbol for DMOSFET, circuit operation of DMOSFET, DMOSFET transfer characteristic, EMOSFET construction, symbol for EMOSFET, circuit operation of EMOSFET, EMOSFET transfer characteristic, equation of transconductance curve. Now, MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor FET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Other names are insulated gate field effect transistor or metal insulated semiconductor field effect transistor or metal oxide semiconductor transistor. This MOSFET used for VLSI like MUPIs and semiconductor memories. There are two types of DMOSFET and EMOSFET. The main drawback of JFET is that its gate must be reverse bias for proper operation of the device. That is, it can only have negative gate operation for N channel and positive gate operation for P channel. This means that we can only decrease the width of the channel, that is decrease the conductivity of the channel from its zero bias size. This type of operation is referred to as depletion mode operation. Therefore, a JFET can only be operated in the depletion mode. However, there is a field effect transistor that can be operated to enhance or increase the width of the channel with consequent increase in conductivity of the channel. That is, it can have enhancement mode operation. Such a FET is called MOSFET. A field effect transistor FET that can be operated in the enhancement mode is called the MOSFET. Now, there are two basic types MOSFETs. First, depletion type MOSFET or DMOSFET, and second, enhancement type MOSFET or EMOSFET. Now, MOSFET has metal oxide semiconductor diode and two PN junction placed adjacent to it. It was demonstrated in 1960. It's basically four terminal device having source, drain, gate and substrate. It's low power consumption and highly yield device. Two types of MOSFET we know, that is N channel MOSFET and P channel MOSFET. Now see the first depletion type MOSFET or DMOSFET. Now figure shows the construction of details of N channel DMOSFET. It is similar to N-channel JFET except with the following modification remarks. Now see N-channel D MOSFET as shown in figure. Now in N-channel type D MOSFET, depletion MOSFET, the channel is made up of N-type material and the substrate is P-type as shown in figure. Now see that substrate having the P-type semiconducting material, and here the channel is made up of N-type semiconducting material as shown in figure, and through the metallic contact the drain and the source terminal are connected. See another terminal, that is drain and source, are connected through here through the metallic contact. To this N channel and similar gate terminal is also connected through this metallic contact as shown in figure. Gate is also connected through the metallic contact. But there is no direct connection between this N channel and gate terminal, and gate terminal is isolated from the channel using SiO2 layer. See in figure. This gate terminal is isolated from the channel using this insulating material, that is SiO2 layer as shown in figure. It consists of metallic contact for drain, gate and source terminal. These including insulating layer and conducting channel which is made up of semiconductor material. Due to this insulating layer, current through this gate terminal. Now the name metal oxide semiconductor FET, because for gate, drain and source the metals are connected. Oxide is for silicon dioxide insulator semiconductor for basic structure on which N-type and P-type are diffused. Since gate and channel are insulated, it is also called insulated gate field effect transistor. Now, symbol for D MOSFET. There are two types of D MOSFETs, namely N channel D MOSFET and P channel D MOSFET. Now, N channel D MOSFET as shown in figure C. The symbol for this N channel D MOSFET is shown in figure. Now, figure shows the various part of N channel D MOSFET. The P-type substrate construct the channel between the source and drain so that only a passage remain at the left side. Electrons flowing from source when drain is positive with respective source must pass through the narrow channel. And the symbol for N channel D MOSFET is shown in figure second. See in figure second. This is the symbol for N channel D MOSFET. The gate appears like a capacitor plate. See in figure. That terminal gate is like appears a capacitor. Just to the right of the gate is a thick vertical line connect to the bottom. The arrow is on the substrate. See, this arrow is on the substrate terminal and points to the N material. Therefore, we have N-channel D MOSFET. It is a usual practice to connect the substrate to source internally as shown in figure. This gives rise to a three-terminal device. Now P-channel D MOSFET. Figure shows the various parts of P-channel D MOSFET. The N-type substrate construct the channel between the source and drain so that only a small passage remains at the left side and the conduction takes place by the flow of holes from source to drain through this channel, and the symbol for P-channel D MOSFET is shown in figure second. It is a usual practice to connect the substrate to source internally. This results in a three-terminal device whose schematic symbol is as shown in figure 3. Now see operation of D MOSFET. Now figure shows the circuit of N-channel D MOSFET. The gate forms a small capacitor. One plate of this capacitor is the gate and the other plate is the channel with metal oxide layer as the dielectric. When gate voltage is changed, the electric field of the capacitor changes, which in turn change the resistance of the N channel. Since the gate is insulated from the channel, we can apply either negative or positive voltage to the gate, and the negative gate operation is called depletion mode, whereas positive gate operation is known as enhancement mode. Now depletion mode following figure A shows depletion mode operation of N channel D MOSFET. Now see that figure shown in depletion mode N channel D MOSFET. Now operation or working for this D MOSFET as shown in figure N channel D MOSFET. Let us connect the voltage between drain and source as well as gate and source. See in figure. Connect the voltage between, that is a drain terminal, between drain and source, as well as this is gate terminal, gate and source as shown in figure. Initially voltage between gate and source VGS equal to 0 and VDS, that is voltage between drain and source, is equal to some positive voltage. We know source and substrate will be internally connected. See in figure, the source and the substrate are internally connected. Drain and source are connected. Will apply positive voltage between drain and source called VDS, that is some positive voltage between drain and source, that is a VDS as shown in figure. Now apply voltage between gate and source, this gate terminal and source. Initially VGS equal to 0, will make it 0, that is here that terminal is connected to this ground terminal. Drain is connected to positive due to these electrons in N channel will move towards drain. This will constitute electric current in the opposite direction of flow of electrons. So the current flow through the drain through the channel and goes through the source terminal. So that is about the, as we increase this VDS, that is voltage between drain and source, we increase this VDS, then ID, that is drain current, is also increases. And since we have having two regions, N regions and P region, definitely there deflation region in between the two region, and depletion region will also increase. At some point of voltage, VDS deflation region is increased in such a way that there is a narrow region between the channel, hence current ID will become constant. That is about the operation of this depletion mode D MOSFET. Now next type, that is enhancement mode. Now figure shows enhancement mode operation of N channel D MOSFET. Again, the gate acts like a capacitor. Since the gate is positive, it includes negative charges in the N channel as shown in figure B. These negative charges are the free electron drawn into the channel. Because these free electrons are added to those already in the channel, the total number of free electron in the channel is increased. Thus, a positive gate voltage enhance or increase the conductivity of the channel, and the greater the positive voltage on the gate, greater the conductivity from source to drain. Thus, by changing the positive voltage on the gate, we can change the conductivity of the channel, and the main difference between D MOSFET and JFET is that we can apply positive gate voltage to D MOSFET and still we have essentially zero current, because the action with a positive gate depends upon enhancing the conductivity of the channel, and the positive gate operation is called enhancement mode. The following points may be noted about the MOSFET operation. First, in a D MOSFET, the source to drain current is controlled by the electric field of capacitor formed by at the gate. And second, the gate of JFET behave as a reverse bias diode, whereas the gate of D MOSFET acts like a capacitor. For this reason, it is possible to operate D MOSFET with positive or negative gate voltage. As the gate of D MOSFET forms a capacitor, therefore negligible gate current flows whether positive or negative voltage is applied to the gate. For this reason, the input impedance of D MOSFET is very high, ranging from 10,000 mega ohm to 10 lakh mega ohm. The extremely small dimension of the oxide layer under the gate terminal results in a very low capacitance, and the D MOSFET has therefore a very low input capacitance. This characteristic make the D MOSFET useful in high frequency application. Now D MOSFET transfer characteristic. Figure shows the transfer characteristic curve or transconductance curve for N-channel D MOSFET. The behavior of this device can be explained with the help of this curve as under. First, the point on the curve where VGS equal to 0, ID equal to IDS, it is expected because IDS is the value of ID when gate and source terminal are shorted, that is VGS equal to 0. As VGS goes negative, ID decreases below the value of IDS till ID reaches 0 when VGS equal to VGS, just as with JFET. When VGS equal to 0 is positive, ID increases above the value of IDS. The maximum allowable value of ID on the data sheet of the MOSFET. Now note that the transconductance curve for the DMOSFET is very similar to the curve for JFET. Because of this similarity, the JFET and DMOSFET have the same transconductance equation, that is ID equal to IDS into 1 minus VGS upon VGS of bracket square. Now eMOSFET construction. Now figure shows enhancement MOSFET construction. Now enhancement MOSFET of N channel type C as shown in figure. Now there is a lightly doped P substrate block and on which two heavily doped N regions are different, and then there is a silicon dioxide dielectric layer over the substrate, and there is a metallic contact for the gate and drain as shown in figure. This metal oxide semiconductor, this forms some MOS diode. Consider drain to be positive with respect to source as begin indicated here. The two N-type subregions here and substrate, they are formed back to back PN junction, that this is one PN junction and this is another PN junction as shown in figure. This is connected through the substrate resistance. The figure is shown here construction of this N channel eMOSFET. Its gate construction is similar to the DMOSFET, and the eMOSFET has no channel between source and drain unlike the DMOSFET. Note that the substrate extends completely to the SiO2 so that no channel exists, and the eMOSFET requires a proper gate voltage to form a channel called induced channel. It is remind that eMOSFET can be operated only in enhancement mode. In short, the construction of eMOSFET is quite similar to that of the DMOSFET except for the absence of a channel between the drain and source terminal. See here again about the figure. In this figure, that is a N channel eMOSFET. Now how this construct? See here P substrate block. There is a lightly doped P substrate block and on which two heavily doped N regions are difference, and then there is a silicon dioxide layer, SiO2 layer over the substrate, and there is a metallic contact for the gate and drain. This metal oxide semiconductor, this forms some MOS diode. Now consider drain to be positive with respect to source as begin indicated, and the two n-type substrate regions here and substrate they form back to back PN junction, that this is one PN junction and this is another PN junction, and as shown in figure through the substrate resistance. Now symbol for this E MOSFET, symbol for E MOSFET. Now see, schematic symbol shows the schematic symbol for N channel E MOSFET, whereas figure 2 shows the schematic symbol for P channel E MOSFET. When VGS equal to 0, then E MOSFET is off because there is no conducting channel between source and drain. The broken channel line in the symbol indicate the normally off condition. See in figure. So this is channel. This channel is broken. That means it's in three parts, is not a continuous channel. So broken line channel for the MOSFET and substrate is normally connected to substrate. Indicated here arrow is from P type substrate to N type of channel. Since N channel MOSFET is indicated inside and gate is isolated from the channel as shown in figure. Now circuit operation of E MOSFET. Two things are worth nothing about E MOSFET. First, E MOSFET operates only in the enhancement mode and has no depletion mode. Secondly, the E MOSFET has no physical channel from source to drain because the substrate extends completely so to the SiO2 layer. It is only by the application of VGS gate to source voltage of proper magnitude and polarity that the device starts conducting, and the minimum value of VGS of proper polarity that turns on the E MOSFET is called threshold voltage. VGS threshold. The N channel device require positive VGS, that is greater than or equal to VGS threshold, and the P channel device requires negative VGS, that is greater than or equal to VGS threshold. So that is about the circuit operation of E MOSFET. Now operation shows the circuit of a N channel E MOSFET as shown in when VGS equal to 0 volt. There is no channel connecting the source and drain. The P substrate has only a few thermally produced free electrons minority carriers, so that drain current is essentially zero. For this reason, E MOSFET is normally off when VGS equal to 0 volt. Note that this behavior of E MOSFET is quite different from JFET or D MOSFET. When gate is made positive, that is VGS is positive as shown in figure, it attracts free electrons into the P region, and the free electrons combine with the holes next to the SiO2 layer. If VGS is positive enough, all the holes touching the SiO2 layer are filled and free electrons begin to flow from the source to drain, and the effect is the same as creating a thin layer of N channel N-type material, that is including a thin N channel adjacent to the SiO2 layer. Thus, the E MOSFET is turned on and drain current ID starts flowing from the source to drain, and the minimum value of VGS, when VGS is less than VGS threshold, there is a no induced channel and the drain ID is 0. When VGS is equal to VGS threshold, the E MOSFET is turned on and the induced channel current conducts drain current from the source to the drain. Beyond VGS threshold, if the value of VGS is increased, the newly formed channel becomes wider, causing ID drain current to increase. If the value of VGS decreases not less than VGS threshold, the channel become narrower and ID will decrease. Now E MOSFET transfer characteristic. This fact is revealed by the transconductance curve of N channel E MOSFET shown in figure. As you can see, ID equal to 0 when VGS equal to 0 as shown in figure. Therefore, the value of IDS for the E MOSFET is 0. Note also that there is no drain current until VGS reaches VGS threshold. Now equation for transconductance curve. Figure shows the transconductance curve for a N-channel E MOSFET. Note that this curve is different from the transconductance curve for N-channel JFET or N-channel D MOSFET. It is because it starts at VGS threshold rather than VGS on the horizontal axis and never intersect the vertical axis. The equation of this E MOSFET transconductance curve for VGS greater than VGS threshold is ID equal to K into VGS minus VGS threshold bracket square. The constant K depend on the particular E MOSFET and its value is determined from the following equation: K equal to IDS on upon VGS on minus VGS threshold bracket square. Any data sheet for an E MOSFET will include the current ID on and voltage VGS on for 1 point well above threshold voltage. Thank you.